Okay, so Eric Shaw here. I'm here today with Karen Gagliano with Prime Lending. And basically what we're here to do today is talk about 7 ways that you can save for your next home and kind of prepare for the process. So we've come up with 7 ways here, and I'll let Karen talk about that.
The first way is to shift your debt or income into savings. So if you're paying credit cards and you finally paid something off, pretend that you are now continuing to pay that off, but put that money into a separate savings account. You can also take money out of your income or your paycheck and put it over, automatically deposit it into an account that you have set aside specifically for your future home. That's number 1. Eric, number 2?
So if you're working or if you're self-employed and let's say you're commission-based or whatever, doing sales, use your bonuses. And if you're working, tax returns, because most business people don't get a lot of tax money at the end of the year. They actually have to pay. So that's number 2.
Number 3, retirement. If you have a 401k or an IRA set aside for you for your retirement, you are able, as a first-time home buyer, now you have to be a first-time home buyer, but you are able to take a distribution, and it is an exception to the rule. If you're under 59 and a half, you can take money out towards the purchase of your first home for no penalty. So that is a nice way to use your money for you if you wanted to take money out of your IRA.
So that's great. Number 4, you can actually get money from friends or relative in the form of a gift. One way to do so before you start shopping for a home is deposit the money, and then you have 60 to 90 days for the money to season, depending on the lender requirements. Each lender is different.
A gift from a relative.
Yes.
Of money from a relative. If they want, if your aunt or uncle or your mom or dad want to contribute money towards your purchase of the first home, you can do that.
So then the other way is actually during the process, your relative can write a letter, say they're going to give you $10,000 in the form of a gift, and then we submit it to the lender, and the lender reviews accounts, and then that is a satisfactory way to cover closing costs or down payment.
Yeah. Number 5, online shopping, money wasters. We are notorious for staying up all night, scrolling through Amazon, buying random things that we don't need. It's all over Facebook. If you can try to limit your spending on random things and only buy things that you need, like groceries or dog food or whatever it is, unnecessary expenses. If you can trim those up, you're going to notice that you've got a significantly more money in your savings account to put in that separate household account.
Number 6, this is a big one and a huge waste, is your food spending. Look at the last 90 days of your grocery bill and see if there's a lot of things that maybe are rotten in your fridge or still sitting in your pantry, and you got to throw them out because they're no good. So stick to a menu. You'll actually probably be healthier and feel a lot better. My background in personal training tells me that's true. So definitely take a look at your grocery list and set a budget every single month for your groceries.
And try not to go out to eat as much, because then you got to tip a waitress.
That can be a huge contributory factory, whatever, to spending too much money, going out to eat too much. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And number 7.
This one's my favorite, the drum roll. Side gigs. Definitely a good way to make a lot of money quick. One of my favorites is painting. Or if you have any skills at all, plumbing necessary, you can hang drywall, go out there, help out your community, help out your friends by doing things like that.
Got driving gigs, Uber, Grubhub, Lyft. If you also have, like as Eric was saying, photography. If you have a trade, you use those gifts to your advantage, and if you have spare time for that, you can make a little bit of money and put it aside.
Let's rewind a little bit too. Go back to number 6 for a second. Stop online spending. Let's reverse that. Let's start selling online. Go find deals. Go find deals at garage sales, flea markets, whatever. Do your homework. Look for items that you know you can pick up at a major wholesale discount and sell them on places like Amazon, eBay, whatever. All those little things, put them in a separate account. That way, that's as your house fund. You know, going back to set up a separate account. Number one, shift the debt into savings. Go into that kind of mode and put all of that money in one place so you have it when you're ready to buy your next home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's seven ways to save.
One last thing, this is kind of like end game here. So you got your house during the transaction. There's going to be a lot of unexpected expenses. One thing you definitely should consider is purchasing a home warranty. Set aside between $700 or so after taxes, up to $1,100-1,200 maybe for a 2-year policy. You can get 1 or 2 year policies for a home warranty in the event of a major mechanical failure. Definitely worth it. It happens all of the time.
Yeah.
So set that aside and, you know, take care
It's an
of that.
insurance that you know, if your furnace breaks down and you don't have that extra $2,500 in a savings account, you've insured, you purchased that warranty so that can be taken care of for you.
And I'm sure there's other ways, but these are the 7 best ways that we came up with today. Any questions, leave them in the comments, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
All right.